Uber gloomy Chicago morning, folks, but this is the futures in 5. We're going to do a really quick update. Take a look at what's going on with the charts. We've got a little bit of a lift. The charts are really trying to get up and over this area, but it's been very, very quiet. So this is going to be the do or die zone, somewhere between 26.54 and 26.62. Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at in general to see if we can get up and over these edges. Otherwise, we're going to be landlocked, and there's a lot to be landlocked about, frankly. Charts are pretty messy in general. Yeah, so what do we want to get over? 26.69 should push us up into this area, 26.85, 26.87. Or we lose 26.48 and we head lower. Markets are mixed, generally bearish, and so that's going to make for, a messy patch if we're trying to lift in a bearish formation, which is what we're trying to do here. Sorry, my nose is tickling. We've got this move up in the NQ that's holding really pretty well, but you can see this volume pocket, again, time price opportunity tool in motive wave. This volume pocket is holding very much of the price action for now and really collapsing off of this edge. So we really do have to watch this space in general, right? I'm not really sure if going long is a great idea here. Like yesterday, we had a nice big move and then the entire thing collapsed, allowed us to move once more, but we're at the same resistance zones that caused a lot of selling yesterday, and there's not a ton of motion telling us that we've got upside, so we really do have to be careful about that. With the YM, the same sort of thing, except we've got the low volume way up here for prior weeks, and so we're in solid congestion. This could be a good sign, as long as it does not break the support zone, which is going to be the volume point of control, probably around 24,454. Listen, you're hearing the word probably out of me quite a bit. It's because the charts are messy. And so if you want to trade the edges, it can go down a lot further than you think it can, so be careful right there. Let it come down and then let it hold and tell you that it's doing well in order for you to hold for good solid motion. Otherwise, you're in at support, out at resistance, in at resistance, out at support. That's all you've got, truthfully, in this kind of pocket motion. There's no solid trending action there, although it is trying to lift really quite a bit. Yesterday, the API showed a drawdown. That was fairly bullish for this chart. It did hold the edge. You can see all the resistance I have here. It needs to get up above 53 and hold before we start thinking about solid motion. Or, like yesterday, we wait for it to come down, bottom into an area that we know is likely to give it support from the past, and then as soon as it begins to rise and hold that frontline support, again, time price opportunity tool is going to show you this ridge that really says, hey, if I can get above here, buyers will present me with more support. And that is what I'm looking for right there in space. So I'm watching for the fade, see if it holds higher. There is a volume point of control here at about 51.67, and then a higher one at 51.90 or so, all right, which happens to be around about the low of the day. Let's take a look at gold. Gold trying to bounce. It is in a mess. However, take a look at this. Big support volume underneath. This was the thin area of the week before. That was the big rise. What's it doing? It's filling in the volume profile. So if I look at a composite of these 2 weeks as it sits, I'm going to see a much wider formation that's giving me a lot of established range of motion. And that established range of motion is really from about 1245 to 1255. And once we get up there, we've got problems again. All right, a little bit of a drift in momentum. Overall, folks, another messy day ahead of us in general. Watch your edges. Charts are really trying to hold up over this zone. So if they explode higher, you know that momentum is going to push them into other areas of resistance. Those are, as low as 2677 and really as high as this resistance zone on the pivot, which takes us into this volume profile here, right? Anywhere from 2697 all the way up to 2712. Take care. This has been the Futures in 5.